Let's get on to my Week 10 NFL picks. Last week had a very good week, went 10-4 for the season. Overall, I'm at 89, 45, and 1. Here are my Week 10 NFL picks, and I will say up front that Fox does have the doubleheader on Sunday. Thursday night action comes out of the AFC West. We have the LA Chargers traveling up to the Bay Area to take on the Raiders here, a game that will be seen nationally on Fox Television, the NFL Network, and Amazon Prime Video. I'm actually going to take the Raiders here. I know the Chargers did beat the Packers. I know, left me a little disappointed. The Raiders, of course, they're coming off a win last week against the Lions. I'm going to take the Raiders here on a bit of a surprise. I think they're just maybe slightly better here, but it's going to be a very close game, I think. NFC North action, we have the Detroit Lions traveling to Chicago to take on the Bears. Both teams coming off losses last week. I got to take the Bears at home. I got to think at some point they're going to bounce back and win one. I'm going to take them here to beat the Lions, and I think another close game. The Baltimore Ravens travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals and AFC North action here. The Ravens are clearly the better team here. They came off a very impressive win on Sunday night against the Patriots, while the Bengals just are coming off their bye, and they've not been playing well. Andy Dalton's going to be benched, and they're going with their rookies, so I like the Ravens here to win. We have the Buffalo Bills traveling to Cleveland to take on the Browns. The Browns just continue to disappoint, while the Bills, they continue to roll here. This is my upset pick of the week as well. The Browns are actually a home favorite here over the Bills. I'm taking the Bills on the road to go to Cleveland and win. The Bills, I think, are just the better team here. The Browns, it's really disappointing because there was a lot of hype for the Browns this year, and they've really, really struggled here. So give me the Bills on the road to upset the Browns in my upset pick of the week. Kansas City Chiefs travel to Tennessee to take on the Titans. It looks like Patrick Mahomes will likely be playing here. It's expected that he will make the start, though as of the time I'm recording this, that decision had not been made. But I believe Mahomes will be back for the Chiefs here, and I'm going to take the Chiefs on the road to go to Tennessee and beat the Titans. That's just my pick. NFC South matchup here, we have the Atlanta Falcons traveling to the Superdome to take on the Saints here. Looks like Matt Ryan will likely be playing for the Falcons here. We know Drew Brees is back for the Saints. Give me the Saints at home to beat the Falcons. The Battle of New York, while played in New Jersey, we have the New York Giants taking on the Jets. The Jets are the home team here at the Meadowlands. Both teams very disappointing here. Somebody's going to win. I'm going to take the Giants. I think the Giants are just slightly better here than the Jets. Arizona Cardinals traveled to Tampa Bay to take on the Bucs here. I was waffling on this one. I was actually going back and forth on this one, but ultimately in the end, I am picking the Bucs to beat the Cardinals. It wouldn't shock me to see the Cardinals win. I think it's a close game as well, but I think just because it's the Cardinals have to travel all the way to Florida here, I'm going to take the Bucs to get it done in a very close game. The Miami Dolphins travel to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So the Dolphins got their first win of the season last week, so they're off the schneid. The Colts, I know they lost that heartbreaker to the Steelers last week when Vinatieri missed that game-winning field goal. Can't really blame it on them because of the laces were not turned around correctly. That's what happened there. I think the Colts bounce back here. They get back in the winning column and on the winning track here by beating the Dolphins. Carolina Panthers travel to Green Bay to take on the Packers. Of course, the big news with this one, it was reported and revealed this week that Cam Newton's going to be placed on injured reserve because of that foot issue he's had, and he may have likely played his last game with Carolina. Apparently, he does have a deal, 1 year left on his deal. It's going to be a big cap hit to the Panthers, something like $21 million. They could save $19 million off the cap next year if they cut him. I believe Panthers are going to let go of Cam Newton. They have Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Allen, their quarterback, their backup here, who's been playing their young star quarterback, has actually played pretty decent, and I think they're going with him going forward. Of course, the Packers coming off a very disappointing loss against the Chargers last week. The Packers, I believe, will bounce back here. I would not sleep on the Panthers here. Kyle Allen has not played bad. But the Packers, you got to think, are going to get back on track. Give me the Packers to beat the Panthers at home. We have the Los Angeles Rams traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers here. Another one I was waffling back and forth on. I know the Rams are traveling across the country. The Steelers did get that big win last week against the Colts. Logic says you should take the Rams. I'm actually going to take the Steelers. I don't know. There's just something in the air. I'm going to take the Steelers to beat the Rams. It should be a very good competitive game. I'm looking forward to watching it, actually, because I'm in a part of the country that's going to get to see this game. So I'm going to take the Steelers in a surprise to beat the Rams. Sunday Night Football airing nationally on NBC television. We have the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Cowboys coming off that win Monday night against the Giants, and of course, and let me just take a half second here. What we saw on Monday night in that game with the Black Cat, the Giants were winning that game at the time. Then all of a sudden, this Black Cat just comes out onto the field, and then all the fortunes turned around for Dallas, and the Giants got stuck with the bad luck, and we saw Dallas ultimately win by double digits in the end. Just one of those crazy things that just came after Halloween. As far as this matchup, I'm going to take Dallas at home to beat the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. And finally, on Monday Night Football on ESPN, it's a matchup out of the NFC West. We have the Seattle Seahawks traveling down to the Bay Area to take on the 49ers. 49ers are the only undefeated team left in the NFL after the Patriots lost last week. Should be a very good game between these two teams. I think the 49ers are staying undefeated. I'm picking them at home to beat the Seahawks. The teams on the bye this week are the Broncos, Patriots, Eagles, Washington, Jacksonville Jaguars, and Houston Texans. Those are my Week 10 NFL picks.